Hi folks, welcome back. Now it's time for part 3 of my Laserdisc movie collection. So, let's continue on. Alright, I got another CBS Fox video release. The 1984 LD release of Oklahoma with Gordon MacRae, Gloria Graham, Shirley Jones, also starring Gene Nelson, Charlotte Greenwood, Eddie Albert, James Whitmore, Rod Steiger. The movie's from 1955 and it's directed by Fred Zinman. I also have this movie on VHS as well. Not rated and it's 140 minutes. Okay, let me take this out. And it's well protected too. Protected from getting scratched and also damaged. Nothing on the side here because program material is not available. Okay, next up, the 1984 LD release of Oh God, You Devil with the late George Burns. Also starring Ted Watts, Ron Silver, Roxanne Hart, Eugene Roach. The film is from 1984 and is directed by Paul Bogart. I'm planning to get this movie on VHS. That's funny, they both look alike. George Burns. Rated PG and it's 96 minutes, but it's actually this LD release is 1985, not 1984. The film is from 1984, but the LD release is from 1985. This is one of the last ones to use the big W, but they switch it to the cheesy shield ones. But it still retains the big W ones. Next up, the 1982 LD release of, getting tongue-tied, To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant, Princess Grace Kelly, also starring Jesse Royce Landis and John Williams. No, not to be confused with the musical John Williams. The movie's from 1955 and it's directed by Alfred Hitchcock. You know, it says 1954 on the copyright, but that's incorrect. It's 1955. Not rated, it is 103 minutes. Next up, the 1984 LD release of A Star Is Born with Judy Garland, James Mason. Also starring Jack Carson, Charles Bickford. The movie is from 1954 and is directed by George Cukor. And this is the restored version. Rated PG and is 176 minutes. It comes in two sides. I know there is an original one which cuts down the original running time of the film. Gosh, this plastic cover is damaged. Okay. Alright, we're going to move on to the next pile. Here's the 1995 LD release of Star Trek Generation, with Patrick Stewart, Jonathan Frakes, and Brent Spiner. Also starring LeVar Burton, Michael Dorn, Gates McFadden, Marita Sirtis, Malcolm McDowell, James Doohan, Walter Koenig, and William Shatner. The movie's from 1994 and is directed by David Carson. I also had this movie on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. A smashingly entertainment mix of outer space adventures, says Richard Zoglin of Time Magazine. Rated PG and it's 117 minutes. This is a three-sided movie. This came with also an eBay LD movie lot. Then I got Under Siege. Movies from 1993. Release of the 1992 film. With Steven Seagal, also starring Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey. The movies from this film was directed by Andrew Davis. And this movie's in letterbox. Rated R and it's 103 minutes. In a two-sided LD. Next up, the 1994 LD release of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones, also starring Cela Ward, Joe Pantoliano. The film is from 1993 and is directed by Andrew Davis. Rated PG-13 and it's 131 minutes. And this film is in widescreen. This came in three sides. Nothing on the other side. That's a dead DVD. I mean, LD side. And then I got the Terminator 2 Judgment Day, I'll Be Back. With Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, also starring Robert Patrick and Edward Furlong. The movie's from 1991 and is directed by James Cameron. And this is a live entertainment release. I also had this movie on VHS and on DVD as part of the special edition release. This is an original cut, 137 minutes. There is a LD release of the extended cut. This film was originally a TriStar release, but unfortunately it blacked out and replaced by a Caracal Pictures and live entertainment release. Okay. Alright. I'll see you in part 4.